Gerry Davis, FAI Amateur International Manager. Very much an observing role today with Region 1 Connacht Ulster. Defeating Munster Leinster 2-1, very competitive match, but a huge game for either side to win.
Yeah, look, it's a very difficult game, to be honest. You know, it's actually a game I don't like because there's a lot of players there playing against each other that have played with each other and more in the green jerseys, so it's difficult, but unfortunately I have to be a winner and a loser, you know, and today I probably deservedly Connacht Ulster and Connacht came out on top.
Yeah, very strong defensively, right across the back four, you know, an all Ulster quartet, but very tight and defended very well. Likewise, goalkeeper came for a lot and just edged themselves over the line. Yeah,
look, I mean, you know, it's the back four is the same back four, the keeper is saying that started in the Carlow against Northern Ireland back in September, and they were excellent that night, you know, so we knew it was going to be tough to break down, you know, which improved in the end, you know, some sterling performances, but, you know, in fairness, right around the team, did some sterling performances.
Well, Darren McDade, I think Kilmacrennan and Celtic, 2 strikes from distance, but goals were in matches and he took them very well.
Yeah, and you know, I'm delighted for him because he lost out in through injury in the Carlow against the North. He couldn't play, you know, and a really good player, real talent about him, you know, and 2 great goals, as you say, you know.
I think you know, for the armchair critic, they might have said that a Leinster Munster combination, you know, just from population base alone, might be the stronger. But Connacht Ulster are very, very strong today, and perhaps a measure of the quality of the player within that region.
Well, in fairness, you know, the eligibility rules sort of rule people out, you know. But you know, it's probably a credit today to the work that, you know, we have done in identifying players for both regions that are so tight, you know. You know, me and the staff done a lot of miles. We had the game in the Carlow, obviously a training session in Sligo and all this and right around, and you know, the managers today, Gareth Gorman, John Loftus, you know, and Dermot O'Brien as well, in Sean helps identify players as well, you know. So look at in both teams today, I thought, you know, they're fairly strong, you know, but certainly Ulster and Connacht, you know, that's probably the strongest Ulster and Connacht team I've seen probably play in these playoffs.
So in terms of your identification process, those hard miles that yourself and your staff clock up along with your spotters on site in various leagues around Ulster and Connacht, I mean, you've done your work very well, and the reward was witness out there this afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, we can only, you know, we took hold of this, and to be fair, you know, the players were picked by myself and the staff in conjunction with the management of both teams, you know, so I don't think there's no one we missed. I'm okay, there's 1 or 2 unavailable to various reasons, but like there's no one we missed, you know, but you know, but look, it turned into, I think you showed on the pitch today because it was such a tight game.
Just going forward in terms of logistics, you know, heretofore we've had a lot of training sessions in the AUL Complex. That likely to change, given that you know, it's a Connacht Ulster mix now.
Well, sit down with the powers that be, you know, and we'll work out something, you know. But no, look, we've never shied away from training where it suits everybody, you know, no matter who's involved or like that, you know. We'll do that, you know.
Draw is until December, but anything in schedule, you know, sort of any plans in place for matches, or you just wait for the draw and take it on from there?
Well, we probably wait for the draw, but I mean, I just spoke to the players and you know, made them aware that look, this is only the start of it. You know, it's a real commitment now. You're representing your country now on a European stage, so it's a real level of commitment, and you know, you have to look after everything, you know. But again, it's a great experience for anyone involved. So look, I think they're a good bunch in there, you know, and also then, you know, I'm sure right around the province and the area, the region that's involved in it, there'll be players thinking, Jesus, I might be able to play in that as well. So look, we wait and see on it.
Just a word, you know, Jimmy McHugh, Oliver Bond, Celtic, took his goal very well. Cameo appearance, but showed up and, you know, found the back of the net quite well.
Yeah, it was a great finish, I have to say. A great finish, great little through ball, and put him in. And you know, if it had happened earlier, possibly, you know, he might have got back into it, whatever like that, you know. But it gave a little bit of a scare at the end of the game, all right, you know. But a decent finish from Jimmy, and I'm sure he'll be back around again at some stage.
Okay, well, Region 1, Connacht Ulster winning that UEFA Regions Test match here at the AUL Complex this afternoon. Gerry Davis, FAI International Manager, many thanks for talking to Strike Online.